Good morning. I'm KHOU meteorologist Chris Ramirez. They just released the 10 a.m. advisory from the National Hurricane Center. Beryl definitely nearing Jamaica. Going to start to see the impacts from that storm. It will make landfall early this afternoon. Right now, winds at 145 miles an hour, moving west-northwest at 18 miles an hour. Earlier this morning, it was moving around 21 miles an hour. So we're definitely seeing that slow down a little bit as it comes in contact with those land masses. As we look at the forecasted track of this storm, it's going to continue tracking west across the Caribbean, eventually making landfall as a Category 2 hurricane in the Yucatan Peninsula. What's going to happen afterward once it emerges out across the southwestern Gulf of Mexico in the Bay of Campeche? There is a potential that it could strengthen back into a Category 1 hurricane just prior to landfall, but the latest track as of 10 a.m. showing a slight shift to the north across the area. So they're now including Corpus Christi in this cone, but whether or not the cone or whether or not the storm is going to make its impact south and north of the U.S.-Mexico border, we're still going to see some impacts out of this in the coming days, especially Sunday night into early Monday morning. So high rip current risks are going to be the case along the coast. There could be some coastal flooding and some beach erosion, as well as increasing rain chances next weekend into the start of next week. So definitely going to see some impacts as of that going into the coming days. The latest models in agreement that this is going to be heading towards the Yucatan Peninsula, emerging on the other side. There is a little bit of uncertainty on how far north and south of the U.S.-Mexico border that this final landfall will take. So we're definitely keeping an eye on that. We are definitely also seeing the high pressure system, that heat dome that was over us. That's going to be tracking off towards the east. This is going to open up the door for that storm to come through our area, or the South Texas area, North Mexico area, as we head into the coming days. And also it's coming in contact with some wind shear, which is actually doing a good job at weakening that system as it makes its way across our western area. So when it comes to wind shear, right now an unsheared wind flow, this is a storm that's not undergoing wind shear. When we have those winds in the upper levels of the atmosphere, that usually disrupts that wind flow, weakening that system, which is one of the reasons why we're going to see some slight weakening of the system before it makes its impact towards the Yucatan Peninsula. So something to keep an eye on. We're going to be dealing with the heat across the area for the rest of our work week, especially for the 4th of July, but we will also track those rain chances creeping on in by the start of next week, and that could potentially be from the impacts of Beryl as we head into Monday and Tuesday.